Good evening, members of Spiritual Encrypted Encounters here on YouTube. Those who follow Spiritual Encrypted Encounters on Facebook, and those who follow HCS on TikTok, short reels. How's everybody doing this evening? I hope everybody's doing great. As for me, I've been up literally over 24 hours. I haven't gotten no sleep since last night. I've been up all day. Uh, had some people come and fix our fence. The tornado had taken off the hinges, uh, to fix the fence, and I've been up all day, so I haven't slept since last night's live feed. I've been awake over 24 hours. Good morning, runner. I don't know. It's just I'm wide awake. When I did try to get some rest, it's when the people that came work on the fence, so I had to get my dogs inside the house. I had just barely taken them out, so I've been up all this time. How you doing, runner? Hope you're doing good. Uh, yeah, so I've been up. I don't know how many hours now. I know it's past 24 hours that I've been up. I would say, uh, see, if it's 24 hours right now. Yeah, I don't know. I've been up for a while. I haven't got no sleep since last night's live feed. So here I am. I'm not sleepy yet. So I know eventually my body's gonna give out on me, and boom, I'm gonna crash out. But I wanted to talk to you about these elemental beings. I don't know people talk about them or not, but these are beings that live, that hide and within the elements of Mother Nature itself. I've had a couple of encounters of witnessing this elemental beings, uh, where they use Mother Nature itself to manifest. They can look like branches, leaves, vines, uh, but they have a figure or form which might look either like a human being or more like human being. I believe they're like could be possible curses, like native curses on the land. But I witnessed a couple of them while I was in Elms Grove. As a matter of fact, you know, when you think about that, I know natives used to bury uh, other natives and plant trees on them. So there's a lot of old big acorns, and I'm thinking that maybe the spirits, of natives or the elementals that reside on the trees there in Elms Grove, where they're pretty tall because I guess they grew like the tree itself. When you hear how the Nephilim were as big as oak trees, right? I mean, only God knows how big the oak trees were back in the day. The everything was different, so the earth wasn't so polluted like it is right now. So people lived a longer lifespan, and things were a lot bigger, probably, most likely. Um, but I want to talk about the elementals or the spirit, shadow spirits that live within the trees. Because I've seen the shadow spirits where they enter trees, but I've seen other beings that live amongst the trees. They manifest to look like like women or men that make noises to let you know that they're around. For example, they'll make a cough sound, or they'll they'll laugh, or you can hear footsteps running around you. You know, but they're very, how should I say, elusive. They know how to blend well within the mother nature. But I witnessed a couple of those beings out there where they manifest like from the trees, from the using the vines, the branches. I got a couple of old photos that I might put up of this the shadow figures, how they can use uh, Mother Nature itself to manifest, which that's kind of crazy because imagine if, and I think we were talking about this on Paranormal Roundtable, brother Josh Turner, where they said that some lady had witnessed there was leaves in a trash bag, right, and that she witnessed a dark being come out of the trash bag, but it was made out of looked like leaves, but it was a dark being, in which I was telling them that I've witnessed uh, these beings that they can manifest themselves from Mother Nature itself, leaves, branches, trees, that they can use uh, that to manifest themselves into a form, in which they can move around. Again, imagine it's something manifested like that, and you say, "Oh, do you hear the branch? There's a branch rubbing on top of the roof," you know, or when you see a gust of wind, you see just leaves flying around, or you see something on the ground that looks like a lot of leaves, and makes you wonder: is it a how did the formation of leaves get there, or is it something that's manifested? I've witnessed things that manifest through Mother Nature. I've witnessed some that look like fire, but they were in the sky. I got a picture, and I want to place it where it's leaving, like in the sky. It's leaving, looks like fire in the sky, but you can see the elemental being that's made out of fire, right? Where it's dropping this things there, and you can see the eyes of it, how it looks, and the form that is created out of fire. Uh, I witnessed some that look like uh, you could say like mud. I believe this were the one of God's first creations. When He was trying to create the perfect human being, uh, before He created Adam, right, and Eve, He had created these other beings that He found error in them. Which some were made of fire, some were made out of water, some were made of Mother Nature itself, uh, some were made out of air, uh, made out of the elements. Some were made out of vapor form, uh, which I'm more sure that many people have witnessed the ones that are in vapor form, which they look like a ghostly apparition form. But I believe they exist also, as I'm throwing it out there spiritually. How these beings exist uh, within the spiritual encrypted, right? But spiritual DDN, that these beings are also out there, uh, not just those beings. Let me turn on the light a little bit more. There we go. Um, and of course, the other beings, the tree sprites or the things that live in the trees. The one that I witnessed there in Elms Grove, besides the pixies and the fairies that I witnessed this being. I think somebody was talking about something that looked something like a praying mantis or something like that. Well, I seen a being like that, but it was very tall, uh, and it was big. I would say like 12 foot, 13 foot tall, standing by the oak tree, and he was peeking around the oak tree, looking at me. As it was looking at me, he had a smile on his face, and it was looking down towards me. I seen that, and I started praying, but the face of it was like white, like a white face. There's one that I seen that the face it had red on it. It had like a red face, and I have pictures of the one with the red face that makes me wonder if that is one of those elementals. Well, because of the red face, if it's a shapeshifter skinwalker, because they used to paint their faces when they would go to war with berries, red berries. Um, so I'm just naming some of these other beings that are around. What are their capabilities? Um, the one that lured my son into the woods was made out of wood, the woods itself, because I seen it on the camcorder where he was looking at me, and he had like a red eye. His eyes were like yellowish, and he had an amulet around his neck. The amulet looked like it was. I'm not going to say gold. I'm just going to say something shiny, like it has a source of power behind it. And as I seen it on the video, it just went straight into the ground, straight down into the ground. We know that the hell realm is below us, right? So I'm thinking that since it's part of Mother Nature, that it has a connection. Those beings have a connection with the hell realm. One of these days, I want to go back there to where I witnessed the one that was looking at me to see if I can capture it. Uh, it was maybe I need to debunk the video where we're going to go into prayer. Uh, it was the video. It's on here. It's called "The Return to Elms Grove," where I went back with a couple that they wanted to go see, and she pulled out. She felt something. Um, her her name is Priscilla, and she felt something around that wasn't right, and she pulled out some sage, turned it on, and she was burning it around us. As she was doing that, I seen the one looking from behind beside the tree, and he was looking from up on top of the tree. It was pretty big, pretty massive. The face was huge. That's what I'm thinking. That when you think of how can I describe the face of it? I know it was like white, and the body was black. That's what I seen. That's what I witnessed. It kind of reminded me of kind of like that the giant caterpillar from the face looked freaked out. So I was trying to figure out what was I witnessing, but he had a white face and a black body. I do have some videos where I capture something like that following me around in the woods, that you can see the face where it's within the woods and it's looking at me, and it's pretty tall, pretty big. There was a video where it was hiding behind some tall grass, but you could see it behind the grass. You could see the white face and the black body. Um, it's, it moves real fast, and when it like it passes right behind you, and you can see it looking down at you through a parallel vision. So as I see it, I say, I Taliban rebuke you, and then it takes off real fast. Uh, but it has the ability to get right by you, and you don't even know it's there. But it's like it's trying to see, like trying to measure me up, to see. I believe that's the one that tried to drop me, where I still have neck problems, because it tried to attach itself to my neck, and it tried to drop me in the woods, where I still have problems with my left side of my neck ever since the day that happened, and my toe got messed up, and I'm still recuperating from that. I don't real MMA, but that's why they blend in so well. Because just a question or something I wanted to bring up to you: what if some of these beings that I'm capturing are these elementals that I speak of, you know, and they're affiliated with the territorial demons and stuff, that they're all connected with one way or another with each other. Uh, but I believe they're all from the same. That's something that people don't talk about, is those elementals, the ones that were war before man. Uh, the one that was a fire, the one that was Mother Nature, one that was like vapor, some of water, uh, some of the wind. Um, and I believe that that's a lot of the things that people might be capturing when they're looking for footprints and stuff like that. They're seeing some kind of footprint. Maybe the footprint that they're capturing is not something that's in the flesh. That maybe it's like I've told you before about somebody about Nephilim. But what if it's an elemental, because they have the capabilities to form, to look human like. The difference between the elementals and the demons is, elementals don't I mean, as far as I know, I don't think they try to possess people, because they already have the abilities to manifest it through Mother Nature itself. But they can be dangerous, also, uh, because they can blend in very well with Mother Nature itself. Yes, runner. I witnessed sometimes the birds, like eagles, vultures. Uh, they let me know when they start flying around. They let me know that there's danger. That there's something around. They'll make a noise, and they circle certain areas to, like, letting me know to be careful. You know, Sometimes when you look at the reaction of a bird, and it's flying around, circling you, and it's like trying to warn you. There's something not right. Something's there. So I listen to Mother Nature itself when I go and investigate in the woods, uh, which I've captured a lot of images. I haven't placed the one with the one I believe is like some kind of Wendigo, or it could be this beings that I'm telling you about, these elementals that manifest through Mother Nature itself, through the woods. You know, uh, some people say, "Oh, that's pareidolia. That's pareidolia." So pareidolia don't talk to you. Pareidolia don't move. Pareidolia doesn't have the ability to manifest Normally, when you see a pareidolia, it's just in one place. But when you see something that's moving and it's created of what people call pareidolia of Mother Nature itself, then you have to take that as like, hey, we really have to watch our backs when we're going to the woods because we have these beings already out here, these elemental beings. You got the shapeshifter skinwalker, you got the disembodied demonic Nephilim, you got the Legion, you got Lilith's children that reside in the woods. Uh, so it's kind of like you really have to be spiritually alert when you go into the woods. Sometimes the owls, they can, uh, if the owl try to attack you, what color was this owl that tried to attack you? Was it white or was it black? Or was it like brown? Sometimes owls, man, if you see how owl act sometimes, that's what we call lechusa. When an owl's acting more human than an owl, that's when you're dealing with a lechusa, which is a witch that has manifested into to look like an owl. That's the form that they take. Um, Lechusa sometimes is spying. They send them to spy or familiar, right? Or they send them to spy to see what you're doing. So, like when I was doing my live feeds outside, you hear all the activity that was happening. They were trying to get my attention, uh, whether it was the one that was up on the trees making noise or the one that stood from behind the tree and was looking at me like a female stance, but he had the face of an owl. You know, in spite of what I see or what I hear, whether it's a banshee. You know, I think in the video that I got at nighttime where I recorded where the banshee was screeching at me or yelling at me. I'd earlier see some kind of movement when that happened. I will have to debunk that video. Uh, but yeah, there's a lot of things out there at nighttime in the woods. Yeah, the owls. If it's a lechusa following you, it wants you to whistle at her, so like that it can track you down to where you live. You're not supposed to whistle at a lechusa or an owl because they'll come and they'll try to scratch you. They try to scratch you and they'll leave marks on your face. Let me see if I can aim it right. I don't know if you can see it. Let me see where the camera is here. I'm in the light. You see it right there? The lines that go up to my eyebrow. There's two lines there on my left side. There's another line right there. One line where it caught me in the face. This lechusa or bruja, uh, you know, maybe it was my grandmother. I don't know, but it was using my grandmother's voice. I was asleep on my bunk bed. I was like 4 years old, and I could hear my grandmother calling me towards the window. It's nighttime, like 2, 3 in the morning, and I'm getting close to the window. We had no AC or no ceiling fans. So we have big windows where the air could come in, so it could be fresh. In the Rio Grande Valley back in the '70s, you know, at nighttime it would get fresh. So I could hear the voice of my grandmother calling me to the window, calling me by my name. Ven para acá. And he's like, rímete un poquito más. Get a little bit closer. I will go and it's like probably from here to where the laptop is was the window, and she kept on saying, "I can't see you. You need to get a little bit closer." Got a little bit closer, and she said, "Un poquito más, a little bit more," and I got like a little bit closer. When I got a little bit closer, like this far away, the whole screen window got ripped up. I got hit in the head by something. I flew back. I was like probably like 40 pounds, 30, 35 pounds. I was skinny. I flew back and the whole screen got ripped out. And, we had those lights that you have to click on. My mom come running trying to find out what's going on. They clicked on the light and I was bleeding from my face where I got uh, attacked by what people call a lechuza. You see, yeah. You see, I can see them. There they are. You can see my eyebrow. It goes up to here, and you can follow. Oops, wrong way. It goes up. It's not a good feeling getting attacked by one, man. I was freaking. I was hurting. Yeah, I had to go to school with a patch on my eye. They were trying to figure out what happened, and my mother told me to tell the nurse or whoever asked me what happened that a cat scratched me in the face. A cat is not gonna leave scars like that. That it's gonna affect you for the rest of your life. Uh, I could show them better through my phone than through here. Yeah, that hurts sometimes, man. When you say that people say you got the mark of the beast or you got marked. Yeah, about 2 3 weeks ago when I was fighting, when I want to go investigate, man, I was hurting from that cut right there, from those where I had the wound. It's kind of like it felt like it was fresh, right? And I was hurting. Uh, and that's when I was making the video outside that I seen the lechuza behind the tree, and it was looking at me. It was like 5'4", 5'6". The owls here in Texas are like 4.5. This was like 5.6. It was tall, standing behind the oak tree, and it literally moved his body out like this, and it's looking at me. And he's standing there like a woman, but it's got the face of an owl. People call them what do they call them? Harpies. In Spanish, we call them lechuzas, which they're brujas, witches. Oh yeah, I can get closer. You can see it right there. You see him? It goes all the way to my eyebrows. I got scratched when I was 4 years old, man. Whatever it was, tried to take me out the window. It literally tried to take me out the window, but I was so skinny that when they tried to grab me, it felt like a blow, but it was where it tried to grab me. Whatever was big because it knocked me back down. I flew like 5 to 6 feet back in the kitchen where I got hit. My mama had to put a towel on my face because I was bleeding bad, and she was trying to stop the bleeding. She put some we call it a monkey's blood. Oh, I don't know what happened here. We lost the light. Ooh, that looks kind of creepy. Maybe we can sit since it's nighttime. I don't know what's going on. There we go. Now that was creepy. Like something doesn't want me to talk about the scars on my face. Yeah, that'd be hurting sometimes, man. Be hurting bad. Let me light up. Light. Let me fix my headset so I can hear the sound effects. Yes. Let me see. There we go. Uh, shoot, it's all tangled up. Basically, what I was saying, brothers and sisters, is I was only 4 years old. I was in pre-K. Y'all remember that I told you that I was living in Mexico uh, when I got there to be with medicine woman. So I believe that this they attacked me afterwards. The brujas that were in the form of lechuzas, they came and targeted me at my home. You know where the medicine woman or the curandera wasn't there to protect me, right? So they come and torment us there in our home because I helped out the medicine woman. Uh, so you could say they had a spiritual hit on me. Like I tell you, like I've been telling y'all, I've been fighting spiritually all my life since I was a kid. The lechuzas or la brujas, what I mean, I'm talking about dark witches. I'm not talking about this new age witches or none of that. I'm talking about dark witches. Uh, they sure don't like me talking about it. That's why they make the presence known, like letting me know to not to say nothing. Like I'm not afraid of them, so I'm going to continue to speak what I speak of because they represent the other side of the balance. So that gets set my way. Yeah, they try to eliminate me uh, when I was a kid. Like I told y'all before, when I was a baby, a couple of weeks old, they would find me in between the mattresses, like pillows stacked on my face, like somebody was trying to suffocate me. And that's just my mom going to use the restroom and coming back to where I was at, where people were trying to eliminate me. I felt that the reason they were doing that is because they knew that I had that a calling in life. Uh, so they came at me hard all throughout my life, whether they came as witches, warlocks, lechuzas, uh, black shadow spirits, uh, that DDN, disembodied demonic Nephilim that I witnessed. There was in smoke form, black smoke, or should I say a black spirit with red eyes that attacked my grandfather. I witnessed that happen to my grandfather after I came back from Mexico. Uh, I just witnessed a lot of things. That's why I created this group, Spiritual Encrypted Encounters, to try to help out people spiritually. If you look at the picture right there, when I'm a kid, you could tell where I'm missing hair. I got a big old line, and in that picture that I got here, it's like my scratch my those scratches kind of messed up my hair there for a while. That I lost hair, so I had hair missing from that area when I was a kid. Yeah, some of the dark witches they like taking the dark form, the black form of the lechusa, uh, which is most likely you're going to see something all black uh, that looks like a like an owl, but it's huge, probably like mm, 6 foot, 7 foot, sitting on the tree, and they're not by themselves. They come in numbers, 4 or 5 of them. This is in the 70s. I was born in '69, and since I was born, I fought all throughout my life. To this day, yeah, it's kind of I'm getting older. I kind of like feel like Wolverine. You know, I'm getting older, and you can see the scars surfacing up of when I got cut by clawed by the freaking lechusa. Let me see, get closer so you can see it. There you go, right above the eye. It goes up. There's two. So just get imagine I'm older right now, and it still looks pretty wide, right? Imagine how I looked when I was a kid. I mean, luckily I was young when that happened, but now that I'm older, you're able to see the scars that I have, right? Let me see, real. Let me see some of these comments here. Alex writes, "Real memory. The same thing happened to me for a long time before I became Christian. I would bizarre things. Remember to share. Yes, thank you for the thumbs up and sharing for me. I know normally I'll do it off my phone, get more color, but uh, it was supposed to rain outside, and I don't want to take the equipment outside. Let me see the lighting if I can fix it. Oh, there we go. How's that look? Like a yellowish look? Yeah, like a yellow look. Oh yeah, I would always have encounters with lechusas when I was a kid. They followed me around. Like I said, they had a vendetta against me. So it didn't matter where I went to. They always be on the trees looking at me, follow me around. Because I had you could say, a spiritual hit on me. You know, you could say I was a wanted boy. I mean, I would say a wanted man. I guess you could say I was a man in a boy's shoes because, or yeah, a boy in a man's shoes because they came at me, man. I don't know how many times I encountered lechusas. It's too many to count, especially when they're flying over you. You see uh, 3 or 4 of them flying because they're following you around or they're targeting you. Oh yeah. Well, it's the lechusa. See, an owl is not going to attack you like that. You know, it's not going to mimic. An owl is not going to mimic the voice of your grandmother. You know, it's other the bruja lechusa that has those capabilities, or uh, something demonic that might be able to do something like that. They'll follow me around all the time. Uh, I was always sensing them when I was a kid. I would always sense them. I could feel them. Sometimes I see them walking on the street, uh, but they're all black, but they were in wishes form. You know, wearing their garments and stuff like that. But they had like this certain walk, like a wobble. When they had that little wobble, it's like how a bird walks, you know, sideways, or like a penguin, right? That's when you know it's a lechuza, or you know what people want to call a harpy, but in Spanish we call them lechuzas. Oh, I got a story for y'all. You know, like I said, I was targeted all my life spiritually. My life was never the same after I went to Mexico to be with a curandera. My life was destined to be in this path after that, because I got opened up, and I seen what's within the balance. So as I could see what's within the balance could see me too. Which, like I said, I got targeted all my life till this day, you know. But thank God that I have Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior, that He's blessed me with the spiritual gifts of discernment, that I'm able to do the spiritual works that I do through Him. You know, He's the one that's been protecting me all this time. I give all power and glory to Jesus Christ. If it wouldn't be for Him, I wouldn't be here right now. I would have been gone a long time ago when I was a kid, when I was defenseless. But you see, spiritually, I was spiritually strong when I was a kid, because I was a chosen one, child of God. So the angels, the Jesus Christ was around me, protecting me when all these entities were surface up. They choose us, demons. They look like gargoyles, uh, shadow figures. That DDN that attacked my grandfather, he tried to attack me, but he couldn't, because the heavenly angels were there to protect me. So it detoured, just like when all the battles I had with witches during the day. I overcame every single one of them because Jesus Christ protected me. Just like He protected me then when I was a kid, He protects me now that I'm an adult. You know, He's still with me. He hasn't left my side, because I had my faith and believe in Him. The Lechusa and the of the blood dead woman. You're talking about the Santa Muerte. It's just death. You know, they worship death. That's what they're worshiping. Death is all around us. But that the Santa Muerte that they worship is no different than anything that I face spiritually. I can tie bind and rebuke whatever they worship, whatever sacrifices they make. because it's a witchcraft. Uh, I can type on and rebuke him through Jesus Christ's name, and whatever they believe in, it will have no power over me or anybody I love, because Jesus Christ will protect us from whatever they believe in over there in Mexico. It's a form of, it's death. They're summoning death to protect them because of the evil works that they do. So they kill people for blood sacrifices because they think that death is the protector. But in all necessary, in all seriousness, nobody can escape death, because eventually we got to go away from there, from Earth, right? One day. But they give it too much power, in which, what are they really summoning up? What are they really believing in? If they believe in something that's negative, then they're giving themselves spiritual openings to get spiritually attacked. Of the blonde dead woman, they've killed many many people in Mexico. Blood rituals, sacrifices. I remember there was this guy. There was a teen. He was in 12th grade. He was from one of the towns next over. Said that the police had pulled him over because they seen uh, a leech hanging from the back of his truck, the back of his car. Like a dog collar leech hanging. So the policeman had told him to open up, his trunk, because he wanted to see what's in there. So when he opened up his trunk, he found all kinds of dogs dead in the back of his truck, where he had been doing blood rituals, and they were all cut it up, all dead, cut it out, hearts missing and stuff like that. That guy, they they put him in jail. Uh, if that's how they start. They start killing animals and stuff like that, and then from there, they become part of the cult, and they start killing people. And they go from sacrificing animals to sacrificing people. Uh, okay, let me. They said there's a pretender, so we're gonna pretend you're Corn on the Cob. Corn on the Cob identified. Uh, Corn on the Cob. I'm gonna say how the TC commander would say it. Uh, Corn on the Cob. Uh, identify. What do they say? One big corn on the cob. Uh, then it would say, the gunner would say, identify coax. Uh, fire on the way. Corn the cob down. Corn the cob down. Ceasefire. Ceasefire. Oh my God. You're welcome, Kelsey Freights. We're going to call him the corn gobbler. Yeah. You say corn on the cob is in the woods doing fake boots on the ground now. Sorry. I don't know. I don't watch this corn on the cob show. But if you was a corn on the cob and a fire, I'll be making popcorn. every round making popcorn. But yeah, corner of the block throwing the rock. Corner of the cob identifying a booger. It's not a booger. It's a rock he's throwing out of his pocket. We're seeing a booger run across the third road. It's not a booger running across the third road. It's a roach running across your windshield. I know right now I have some identified flying objects flying around because ever since this tornado passed through, there's been a lot of flies outside, just coming in numbers. But you're not seeing no roaches running around. They got them roaches spoiled over there, man. The roaches living the high life. Uh, I bet you those VHS that he's got stacked on the wall behind him. They're using the roaches using that as a home. That's where he keeps his roaches. That's like the little black box of the VHS. That's where they live. It's kind of like a roach motel. So if he wants to see uh those Disney movies he got up there of Little Mermaid, he opens it up and it's gonna be the Little Mermaid plus a lot of roaches. They got so many roaches in the kitchen that when his sister Lulu is cooking, the roaches are helping her cook too. I'm just messing around, yo. He'll be asleep and you think somebody's kissing him. When he wakes up, his roaches are all over his mouth, going inside his mouth and coming out of his mouth. Well, like pestilence, where there's roaches, there's got to be rats. So I don't think because there's a water source nearby. So when you live out in the country, that's normally you have all the rodents around, the field mice, possums, raccoons, uh, rocks being thrown, uh, all kinds of critters. But that's what happens when you live out in the country. Uh, Through Messenger, Sister Kelsey, you can contact me through Messenger. Yeah, I can talk to you, or whatever you're going through. You can let me know what you're going through. Uh, Not to be mean or nothing, but yeah, man. Y'all remember when I started doing the nightlife feeds? Uh, just kept on coming at me in a negative way. Like I don't think it's that time right now where they're awake, where they're smoking. It's 2:45. Watch. once three o'clock gets here, they're gonna pop up. I hadn't been doing uh, lives too late uh, for a while now. Uh, our bro on wants said he'll be back 5 to 7 minutes. Got to go into dad's camper, taking care of two kittens. Oh, that's okay. Okay, brother. Overbuilt automotive. One of the things that I noticed about uh, man, I think a lot of this, some of these brujas that is from the generation is from the native blood of the region they're from. You know that a lot of these practices of the balance. You know, some was the battle, which is you know negativity against negativity, in which a lot of people got affected by it. You know, because the witches don't want to die, so they're sending something back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, because they want to be the superior witch or la gran bruja, and they don't give a care about human life, about anybody, not even their own. Has anybody had an experience with a lechuza, or that they might have whistled at y'all, that they're from the sky, and they whistled at you, that you might have whistled back? You're not supposed to whistle back, because normally they'll come for you when you whistle back. They might take them a week, it might take them 2 weeks, but eventually they'll catch up to you when you least expect it. Yeah, I used to see them all the time. In Texas, they're pretty bad. It's the black ones. I've seen the white one that was behind the tree, but the black ones, those are the ones that come at you to attack you. I've been attacked by those numerous times. Uh, we're coming from Arkansas. We're entering Texas. It's in the 70s. There's this DPS guy, and that's what he looked like, a DPS. But his vehicle was kind of old, and he told us that we couldn't go forward because they were, they were doing some work on the road, and he told us to go down this other road. And so we listened to him. We started going down this road. He said that the road would take you to the same location. So my dad's following this road. The road is like one of those back roads where it's still a highway. It goes from a highway to a dirt road, and we're following this dirt road all night because that's what it turned to. The station wagon had two fuel tanks. I think it had a big engine in it, but he had two fuel tanks. You know, one of the fuel tanks was already out, and it was like already 3 in the morning. We had been driving for a while, and this truck with big lights just shining right behind us, and he was trying to hit us off the road, like in our bumper. But my dad stepped on the gas, so we got that. This vehicle, big truck, kept on turning on his lights, and he'll be right there behind us, turn on the lights, trying to get him to get off the road. But my dad you know, wouldn't pay attention. We just kept on focused on the road. And after a while, the lights stopped of that truck that was chasing us down the dirt road. Uh, we passed by this big, you could say, how can I say, like a mansion of sort, but it wasn't a mansion. It looked like an old building, but it had lights. And up on top of that, it's like a gin of some sort. You could see all the black lechusas sitting on top of there. Uh, all I know is that they all came for us. There was a bunch of them. They came flying. They were hitting the car, scratching the top of the station wagon. They would go by the windows. They'd be looking at us, the lechusas. They were big, and they'd be hitting the truck. And my dad's going like this in the station wagon. They're trying to knock us off the road. So all night, my mom was going into prayer. They would tell us don't get near the windows. Uh, they would tell us to stay in the middle of the station wagon because they kept on clawing. They were clawing, scratching the windows, like trying to attack us. So they kept on praying. Then after a while, it's already like 5 in the morning. You could start seeing the sunrise. We're running low in gas. And after a night of pure attacks of that truck following us and this giant lechusas trying to knock us off the road, the sun started rising, but we were running low on fuel. There was a gas station. We finally got off the dirt road onto a main highway. We got to the main highway. There was a white gas station with old fuel pumps, and we got off. I got off with my dad to go in there. They had nothing like but meat in the front. My dad asked the man to if we could get some gas because we were running low on gas. The man said no. He didn't want to give us gas. No, because you could say like in the 70s there was a lot of racism. I remember the signs where it said uh, no and allowed. It was saying no wetbacks allowed, no chinks allowed, and it would say only dogs allowed. And it will have in the bottom, don't be caught here after sundown. You know that we couldn't be in their town after sundown, so there was a lot of prejudice here in Texas, all around the United States, even then in the early 70s. There was a lady that she didn't want to give us gas in a different location, but what happened is with a guy, this DPS was passing by, and his vehicle looked newer than the other one. And we waved him down. He came, and we told him they didn't want to give us no gas. So we was telling the store what happened, and he made the people from there give us gas. So they gave us gas, and we got out of there. Uh, when that happened, it kind of reminded me of with a cop. There was the guy pretending to be a freaking DPS. Then we're this truck trying to chase us off the road. And we went up in some location where there's a freaking gas station with meat. You remind me of the movie Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I was a kid. That's what that reminded me of. Just putting it out there. I don't think at that time. I don't even know when the first Chainsaw Massacre happened or when that happened, but um, only God knows. Um, the lechuzas are a manifestation that black dark witches take. which is like a harpy, but we call them lechuzas. Normally, they say when a witch that can turn into a lechuza, that their skin, when they go to sleep, their real skin, that they put it in a location where it's got like all kinds of pottery and stuff, and they hide their skin there because at nighttime is when turn into the lechuzas. How true that is, I don't know, but I do remember a room with those old containers. That, oops, I don't know what happened there. Guess we're going dark. There we go. Those old containers back in the 70s that were made out of, they were like cylinder shaped and they had a lid. She would always tell me, "Don't go in there. Don't look in." I wasn't. Though she would always tell me to stay out of this certain room, not to go to that container. But I never did. Yes, brujas, dark witches. Is there? They say there's a way you can trap the witch. Uh, by saying you have to say the because witches say a prayer a certain way backwards or something. But I don't want to trap no witch. I just want to type on and rebuke them to leave me alone, right? Uh, if they're trying to attack somebody or afflict somebody through witchcraft or necromancy and I'm there, I'm going to fight against them spiritually because that's what I do. Doesn't matter if it's the witch, the cult, the warlock, the familiars, or the demons that work that they summon up. You know, how's that there? Is that better? The ones that I noticed in the Rio Grande Valley when I was a kid, they were pretty big. But they're I say they're big, but I was a kid. I was 3, 4 years old. So to me, something that might be 5.5, 6 foot tall might look big as a kid, right? But I seen them big also when I was already 11 to 12, which they were way bigger than me even then. And I was already like a good at that time like 5'6", 5'6", 5'7" when I was in junior high. Then I grew a little bit more. They're pretty massive. I would hit them. I would hit them with we call it in Spanish caliche, which is rocks. I hit them, but they wouldn't fly. You could hear the thump because I used to be a pitcher in Little League, so I had a good aim. I would hit them hard with everything I had, and you just hear the thump where it would hit, but they wouldn't move. They wouldn't fly. It's kind of like they were just there to torment. There was always a lot of activity when they were surface up, las brujas. God rest my soul, my beloved mother. Love you, mom. Uh, but she was always there, praying, trying to protect us. Where you could hear scratching on the windows, pounding on the walls, pounding on the doors, running on top of the roof. Our house was on pillars, and you could hear banging underneath the house. It's kind of like all this witches. They'll be like like six strong. As far as it can look from where the light was to the trees, I could see definitely three. But there was more trees further back, so there could have been more than that. Uh, in which, when they were coming in numbers, what they were doing is summoning things up to come to our house. So imagine if it's six or eight dark witches summoning things. That's why you get the activity that we were getting because they were there out of bad bad intent. So there was summoning whatever witchcraft and necromancy they were doing, summoning demons. As well, there was so much activity happening around the home till I finally make a spiritual stance. And I said, you know what? I'm not afraid of them. I'm not afraid of what's outside. When I went out there with no fear, I started hitting them with the rocks. It's kind of like that was one of the last moments, kind of that where all that activity that was happening stopped at our house. But I'm talking about we went through it 3 years, brothers and sisters, where that activity would happen all the time on the weekends. It always happened on a Saturday night. Every Saturday night had that activity there. These are dark witches. The dark witches. Let me put on my glasses. Yeah, we can see. But then y'all can see the screen. I can still see the comments without the glasses. I know why they gave me bifocals. I can see close, but they gave them to me like that at the VA. I just wanted to see it in the distance, So it's kind of trickery. If I do get another pair, it'll be just to for a far distance. So basically, when they come and stalk you, that's what they do: stalk you. They come making all these noises and for the fear factor. We're children, so you know, like my sister would get scared, my brother would get scared, and it's like I got tired of it. And I said, I'm going to show these witches that I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of them. After you go through something for a very long time, you're like, enough is enough. You know, if if I had the knowledge that I had as being in the military, and I had my tank with me, well, I'll be shooting the tree up with the lechuzas. There'd be feathers flying everywhere, and after it's all said and done, there wouldn't be a lechuza anymore. It'll be the form of its true form of la bruja. That's what I would do. They're lucky they didn't come mess with me when I was in the military. They'd be like, instead of saying pimp down, I'd be like, witch down. I'd be blasting the hell out of them. Feathers flying. They're going to try to manifest back to the human form. And they probably would most likely wind up in the emergency room. uh, I'm just being honest, man. I had the equipment. I had 50 cal, was an expert with a 50 cal on a tripod, 240. Any weapon I used was an expert in the military. So I wish it would have caught hell. They were like, man, we shouldn't have messed with him when he was a kid. Look at him. He's mean as hell. He killed our sisters. And that would have been. That's one thing, man. People don't understand. When you go through something, you adapt to overcome. What does that mean? You get used to it Once you get used to it, you're not afraid of it no more. So it doesn't matter what they manifest to, you know, tie bind and rebuke in Jesus Christ's name. And it, and if I ever run into the one that did this to my face, uh, I have something for her. But most likely, I won't run into her in the flesh. It'll be probably in spirit form because she's probably gone by now. A lot of these brujas, they died a long time ago. I was in the tanks. A tank. We had the 120 Mike, the saber round heat rounds. I would have shot him up with a saber round, man. That would have been a confirmed kill right there. It would be like, what are you shooting at? It's just an old ass witch. I'd be like, damn, you're knocking the feathers out of her. We can make a pillow with those feathers. Yeah, make a pillow with those feathers. Maybe two pillows. Kill a whole cult of them and we can make a couch. I'm surprised they come try to ring my doorbell. They'll say, stop making fun of us. You're trying to fly away, grab from the wings. Yeah. I'll be turning into they just don't know. The dogmen, there wasn't flesh and blood beings. Monson, the they're demonic in nature. That's why the pharaohs had new witchcraft and necromancy, black magic. That's what they practiced. They were summoning demons. So a lot of the things that they have there were of that. Not just in that culture, but anywhere where there's a pyramid, there's something like in that nature. Whether it's the one that looks like a dogman, one that's like a crocodile, one that looks like a panther. The Watchers. This if you go look up Watchers and look how they looked. Some look like birds. Some look like dogmen. Some look like man, but they had the ability to manifest into any form. The Watchers, the ones that created the Nephilim, those who was watching over mankind. You remember? So they're the ones that were getting the the kings to kill people in order for them to tell them about the crops, tell them about the weather when it was going to rain and stuff. They had to kill people for that, but they were deceiving them. Uh, they were doing that because they hate the Heavenly Father, they hate mankind. So those people in charge were idiots because they were being deceived by what people want to call the Anunnaki, Apakulu. No, they were known as the Watchers. That's what they were worshiping. Not shapeshift, manifest. It's different because the Watchers, uh, that's what they would do. Manifest to look into anything. It's not literally called. It's kind of like shapeshifting, but not. It's more of a spiritual thing. It's manifestations. They can manifest, right? Which is a spirit form into whatever they want it to. Why do you think all those things were happening to all those locations where there was pyramids or temples? Because they were worshiping the Anunnaki. I think they were called, what's the proper word for them? They were called them was it sages, or there was a certain term that they were used, like they were supposed to be holy men of some sort, but there wasn't. So they made a lot of uh, people that were in charge of these temples kill their own people for blood rituals, sacrifices to them. If you think about that, when the flood came, it destroyed the Nephilim, the, the washers went to hell. That's why they're tied and binded down there right now. And the only thing that was left was the disembodied Nephilim, DDN, in which they don't have a body, but they're demonic. And they have the ability to possess people. That's what they do. They can mimic voices. They can take any manifestation, not shapeshift, manifest to look like anything, but it's in the spiritual aspect out of it. That's what they do. I'm glad you're asking questions. I'll answer whatever questions you'll. No, the Ouija boards. It depends. If you're given the power and believe, you're believing of what the Ouija board is saying. But yes, it's a spiritual opening. It's like a portal being opened, especially when you're communicating through the board. There's a portal opening, and whatever comes out of the portal is the one that's making contact with you. You could say it's somebody named a boy named Bill. You could say his name is George, but it's the demons that are coming through that board that's deceiving you. They give you a name so you can believe that's your point of contact, which you're believing you're talking to Billy, but it's really something demonic. And because you're talking to them and you're seeing yourself communicate with them, well, that's a spiritual opening. Billy slash the manifestation, or at that point would be a disembodied voice of Billy, right? But you're not really seeing the form of Billy. That's a spiritual opening. They attack. They attack the person, not just the person that's controlling the board, but they can attack anybody that's around the board that's playing with the board. How you doing, Sister Ivy? I seen that. I burned a Ouija board. Uh, the one Ouija board that my sister bought from an old lady was made out of wood. Uh, guess that old lady might have been a witch at one point in time. My sister was messing with this board and she started acting strange. And I had to do what I had to do. I burned it. They were destroying all of God's creations. Yes, they were cannibalistic. They were destroying all of God's creation, even mankind. That's what the great flood happened to destroy them. So you got to think about this. Just something, just a question. Why were so many people being killed through spiritual, through sacrifices? What were they doing with the bodies of the people? It's the bigger question. If they were killing thousands of people, and if there was some kind of giant living in the land, they were cannibalistic. Who was eating the people? What were they doing with the people's bodies? They had to be giving it to somebody, right? The Nephilim, they were killing, eating people. I don't think uh, they survived being underground because if they were here, they would have already shown themselves as big as it's supposed to be, right? They would have already showed themselves. No, when Jesus Christ does something, you think about Sodom and Gomorrah. Look what he did there. He destroyed the Nephilim. They got destroyed. They saw the room earth in disembodied form, demon form. Uh, what the capabilities they do is to possess people, where they have full control of that vessel, that body, and they can either use that person to do its will, or they can eliminate that body, the vessel they have possessed. How? Because they got full control. They can go jump off a bridge. They can go pick up a gun and use it. It's not their body. They destroy that vessel and then go on to the next. I mean, that's how they were doing it when they were in the flesh, killing person after person. They were pissed off because that wasn't created by God, and their fate is already sealed. Their fate was to be in the lake of fire, right? That's their fate. So they're pissed off at mankind. So what do? With so many things in this world, in this life, so many distractions. That's how they're attacking. People are distancing themselves away from Jesus Christ because of media, because of things that they're seeing on TV, and they're being deceived by the people that are in the cults that believe and worship the DDN, the Legion, and most of them are witches, warlocks, because that's what they dwell in. There's many blood sacrifices happening even now that people don't even realize. Innocent children being slaughtered. That's why they have the borders open to smuggling children so they can do their rituals. That's what it's open. That's why Biden has the borders are open. To them, it's a win-win situation. They can continue their little, uh, what do you call it? The little pedophile ring. They can keep it going, and all these blood sacrifices that they're doing. That's why they got the borders open. People ain't gonna know that their people are missing. Like, oh, last time we seen them, they put them and sent them somewhere else. You know, and those people that are being killed, and you never hear them ever again. They just disappear from the face of the earth. Yeah, they're mad because they don't have a vessel. First of all, it got destroyed. The body got destroyed. But since they were demonic, they roam around in disembodied form. They have the abilities to mimic voices. They've been here for a very long time, so they know all the languages. They know. I mean, when you've been here for so long, they know how to adapt within the environments because they've been here in spirit form or disembodied form for a very long time. So they blend right in with society. Yeah, they're mad at us because uh, we're children of God. We're created under God's image, and we have the opportunity. to make it into the kingdom of heaven. They don't, so they're still pissed. So in their eyes, okay, so I'm just going to take out as many people as possible. I don't care if they go to church. They were like, I don't care if they're in the cryptid community, in the alien community, in the fairy community, leprechaun community. I don't care. So I'm just, if I see an opening, I'm attacking that vessel and destroying it. That's what they're doing. They're destroying a lot of people, just like they were destroying back in the day, but in a different way. Think about it. You heard it. You hear it when people say, I don't know what happened. I don't know what I did. It wasn't me. I didn't mean to do it. Because there was a spiritual opening. And they got used to do what? Destroy a vessel so the spirit could not make it into the kingdom of heaven. That's what they do. Pay attention, y'all. Pay attention. When those riots were happening in the streets, what do you think was running loose? Havoc. What do you think was causing that? DDN. That's what they do. You can type under rebuke in Jesus Christ's name, and they'll flee out of the individual they have possessed. You look at Joe Biden, he looks like he's possessed. If I were to see him, I'll type under rebuke in Jesus Christ's name. Most likely, whatever is bonding him, he's going to flee him, and his old ass is going to fall to the ground because I got rid of the negative attachment. But at the same time, it could be a warlock. You know, the perversions, how he is, that's a sin. The way he sniffs hair, looks at the children a certain way, that dude got some issues. That's all I can say. So, who would you rather trust and put your faith in? A perverted old man that is the person that they give him the presidency because they cheated, right? You're gonna believe in somebody like that, or you're gonna put your faith and believe in Jesus Christ? Now you try to talk about Jesus Christ, but the works that he's doing is not of Jesus Christ. The laws that he's passing through, they're not of they've left Jesus Christ out of the equation. Yeah, you could literally tell. He said, if I would see him, I'll say, I'll type on rebuke in Jesus Christ's name, he'll fall on his ass. He'll fall on his ass, excuse my French, and the poop that he's got in his diaper is going to fly all over the place. You could literally tell that it's being controlled by a certain source. A lot of those people. So if I were to go to the White House, I'll be tied by and rebuking a lot of people through Jesus Christ. That's what it do. Trust me, that this is not going to work fighting a spiritual war. The only way you're going to overcome the balance that's happening to spiritual warfare is through Jesus Christ. That's the only way we're going to be able to fight, is through Jesus Christ. Yeah, you could literally tell some of those people that are up there, the Democrat, you could tell they're demonized, man. I see it. I have the spiritual gift of discernment. I see the people that Nancy Pelosi is one of them, you know, demonized. That I just want to say, I tie by there, you get cast the demons that they're allowing to go into their bodies out of them. You know, that's what I would do. Bill, Hillary, naming people that I've seen that have negative attachments. So many people where they sold their soul for fame and fortune. Amen, Sister Katie. Jesus conquers and Jesus saves. Yes, He does. If you truly have your faith in Him and believe in Him, yes. Sometimes the things that happen, like how Biden got elected through cheating, we all know that's what happened. Nobody lifted a finger. No one do nothing about it because that's what the enemy wants us to do. But all in due time. No, it's this war has to be handled through Jesus Christ with the Love Foundation. Can get mad, can get angry. That'll be a spiritual opening. So they attack. So when I go out there and if I'm getting spiritually, I go into prayer. You know, I'll say the deliverance prayer of the Our Father. If I have to, I'll say I type on your rebuke in Jesus Christ's name. Depends how bad the situation is. How long will we be going? Well, we've only been going for an hour and 36 minutes. We haven't even been going that long. I hope you'll enjoy tonight's live feed here on Spiritual Encrypted Encounters. My wife got me this little gadgets, so I'm having fun with them. He has been lifting the veil, Brother Monsoon. The veil is lifted. They are around us. They're just people, they're believing in other things. The Heavenly Father's doing, He's showing those who truly believe in Him, they have faith in Him, the enemy. Just like He's been showing me, where I capture these images, short reels that I create. And just some people they want to continue to believe in other things. You know, they're giving power to the demons because they're believing in a Bigfoot, but it's really a demon. They're believing in a Bigfoot, but it's really a demon or a dog man, right? It's a demonic in nature. So they're you have a lot of people bonded right now. They're setting them up for failure. I wish they could listen to what I'm speaking of. That they have to close those negative openings that they left for themselves. Close them. Take authority over the demons. That is about a demonic Nephilim. They need to take authority over through Jesus Christ's name and tell them they're not allowed within their foundation or within their vessel, their body. Tie bind and rebuke them in Jesus Christ's name. That's what they have to do. That's why I get late. I mean, I could do a video in the afternoon. I've done it in the early afternoon. I can do a video at nighttime. I don't have no, how should I say, that somebody say, hey, you can go live at this time or this. I can do a video anytime I want to. But I choose to do it at nighttime around this time frame because that's when a lot of the spiritual balance is being fought at nighttime. I'm just come here to let you all know that I'm here. Like I've been here all my life, fighting spiritually at nighttime. Guess what I do? No, people told me, hey, don't be doing too much of this or that because bad things can happen. Blah blah blah. All I'm doing is the heavenly works. That's what I'm doing. So if I'm doing good and spreading the good message, awakening my brothers and sisters in Christ, then I want to continue to do this good works. Whoever feels upset, because I'm doing the good works, well, that's on them. Yeah, you can't give it power through belief. Um, you could change it to 4 or 5 different manifestations. You can go from a Bigfoot to a dog man to a deer man. I think somebody put a moose man, goat man, pig man. He said they have the ability to manifest into anything. But at the bottom line, no matter what manifestations they take, since we're children of God, we do have the authority over them to say, I type on and rebuke you in Jesus Christ's name. Leave, leave my space. Leave me alone. Call upon the heavenly angels to come and do a clean sweep of the area, and they eliminate the negativity that's there. Who do we got here right now? We got Monsoon, Katie, Robert Moore, and of course I have my regular trolls. They jump in here and they're just trolling just to see what I'm going to say. So if you're a troll from the corner of the cob camp, say troll corner of the cob camps identified. Coax fire on the way. The corner. Oh shit! Even the crows are trying to attack the corner of the cob. Oh, they're trying to defend the corner of the cob. Crows identified. Fire on the way. But in saying that, brothers and sisters, I don't want to keep you all too much late. Let me see if I can share another story with you. The corn, the corn. I remember seeing things within the corn when I was growing up. There was a field nearby the house, and I would go hide in the corn, not knowing that there was rattlesnakes out there, diamondbacks. I was just a kid. I mean, I would see water moccasins, but we hardly would see like diamond snakes in the town. They were mostly on the ranches. Uh, I would see this native spirits or of of down in South Texas. Some of them I believe they were from because part of Texas used to be Mexico at one point in time. So I would say there were of Mexican descent Indians, from Mexico that I would see the spirits of them in the corn. with all their gear on and stuff like that. But they could have been something demonic. So when I would witness that, I wouldn't get scared. I'd just walk away from them, and I would go back home. Imagine when you hear about the crops, how many people got killed through blood sacrifices back in the day for the crops and for the weather. And it's starting to rain outside. As soon as I said that, some strong winds coming in. So I would like to pray at this time for all the innocent people that got murdered, uh, for the Heavenly Father to have mercy on them and to guide them with their heavenly light, for any spilled blood, for it to be cleansed and blessed through Jesus Christ. We tie, bind, and rebuke the Anunnaki, the Apakulu, the Watchers, all the same, the TDN, the demons, or anything that was affiliated with that. We tie, bind, and rebuke them in Jesus Christ's name. Amen. The little picture that you see of me there is when I was probably like 5 years old, when I was a kid. I have the full picture of it. Uh, and the full picture is me, my sisters, we're barefooted, my grandfather, and we have a turkey in the picture. The turkey, I would play with it, but they would tell me, don't get too comfortable with the turkey, because that's going to be your Thanksgiving right there. So that turkey, they will feed it a lot and it'll be fat, so that turkey be huge. So then I would see when they would kill the turkey, and there we go. That was a meal for Thanksgiving. Well, there's a bad storm coming through right now. Some strong winds. I want to do another prayer. Heavenly Father, at this time, I would like to pray against anybody doing any witchcraft or necromancy at this time. I would like to pray for anything that's trying to do any harm to anybody, uh, for it to stay with them, for that witchcraft and necromancy not to be able to go nowhere to affect anybody in any kind of way. We tie, bind, and rebuke anybody performing witchcraft and necromancy at this time. We tie, bind, and rebuke in Jesus Christ's name. Amen. I felt spiritually I had to say that, because we're entering almost that certain hour, or we're in the hour. It's 3:39. You're welcome. I know there's some that are sick, so I'm going to pray for the sick. I know there was a brother that was telling me he's been contacting me through Facebook, that he needs help. So we're gonna pray for him right now, brothers and sisters. When we pray together, okay? Let me see him. We're praying for Tyrone, uh, Dwight Tricky right now. He's been having a lot of health issues. He's been going from hospital to hospital. So we want to pray for him at this time, for the Heavenly Father. If there's any negative attachments that are upon him that are keeping him sick, we take an authority over them in Jesus Christ's name. We tie, bind, and rebuke him. You have no authority over brother Dwight at this time. Leave. We also want to place 70 crosses wherever he's at, on his doorways and windows, and on him from head to toe. Uh, and we and for you to send your heavenly angels, Heavenly Father, to do a clean sweep of anything negative that may be causing the ailments that he has at this time. We tie and bind and rebuke them through you, Heavenly Father, through Jesus Christ's name. Amen. Anybody needs prayer here right now? Heavenly Father, at this time, I'd like to pray for all the innocent children uh, that are on the borders, for you to protect them with your heavenly angels, for them to protect them from the people that are within the cults, the brujas, the brujos, the pedophiles, uh, the government, for all those individuals to stumble and fall. They try to affect my brothers and sisters, children of God. We tie, bind, and rebuke them in Jesus Christ's name at this time. Amen. But I appreciate y'all being here tonight. I always have a good crowd. But there's going to be a day that I am going to make a live with some family members, my sister, maybe my niece. If I do that live, it will most likely be during the day if they're not busy, because I want them to speak about their experiences of what they went in Elms Grove and what they've been through. You know, what can break us can take us. He's just gonna makes us stronger. You know, when you overcome the trials and tribulations that you're going through, he just makes you stronger through Jesus Christ. I overcame the assault of man of many. If I were to say 100 of many at one time frame in Elms Grove, they were coming at me in numbers. All of them, they sent the whole bandwagon after me. They manifested to look like Dogman, Bigfoots, Goatman, uh, freaking shadow figures. I was being targeted. They had that spiritual hit on me. Jesus Christ probably said, put him to the test, and he's going to show you that he's devoted to me, no matter what you put him through. I'm going to tend my faith with Jesus Christ, and I'm still here. I overcame a lot, but I'm here with all my brothers and sisters. You know, on Fridays, I do lives with Paranormal Red Table. So hopefully uh, tomorrow, we'll do a live with them every Friday. That's where you find me, like probably like around from 10 to 1 or 9 to 1, somewhere around there. Uh, we talk about a lot of things spiritually. This is what people forget, brothers and sisters. They forget to pray. They forget to call upon Jesus Christ when they're going through something. Doesn't matter what you're going through. If it's a bad storm outside, a tornado, go into prayer, call upon Jesus Christ to assist you. If you're seeing things that are out of the ordinary, like dogmen or Bigfoots, type on and rebuke them in Jesus Christ's name. When they disappear and there's a puff of smoke, smells like sulfur, or they leave a pestilent smell, it's because they're demonic in nature. Bottom line, straight up. they're demonic in nature. Put it to the test. I'm telling you because I've done it. I've tied, bind, and rebuke them in Jesus Christ's name, and they've disappeared. The only thing, when you do that, make sure you're spiritual ready. Make sure you're rocking a tight path, that you have your relationship with Jesus Christ. Make sure you're not believing in them, not even 1% of belief of their existence here in the flesh. Because if you believe in the Bigfoot or the dogma, whatever cryptid, but it's a demon manifesting to look like that, you're giving the demon domain over you. You're giving the demon power. So before you type on and rebuke anything, make sure you don't got no belief in anything like that. You're not fearing it. Make sure that if you have any kind of unforgiveness, to forgive. The reason I say that because it cuts any negative ties of anything attached to generational curses. So you do all that, and when you say when you forgive, it's part of love. Your foundation becomes stronger. Jesus Christ blesses you with a spiritual gift of discernment. Then, when you know you're like that tight with Jesus Christ, then you can say, "I'm taking authority over you in Jesus Christ's name. I tie, bind, and rebuke you through Jesus Christ." When they disappear and they vanish, then you know that you're dealing with something that's demonic. Because something that's in the flesh is not going to disappear. I'm just speaking in truth here, brothers and sisters. I had a lady from the cryptic community that she said she had seen a Bigfoot looking at her, and that the Bigfoot was living in her living room. And I told her, "Ma'am, I don't think it's a Bigfoot living in your living room." So I believe that. So I asked her a question: "Did you get scared when you seen the Bigfoot looking at you?" She said, "Yes." Well, when you feared it, yeah, I said, "Did you pray or say, I tie by your in Jesus Christ?" And no, I didn't. And I told her, when you believed in it and you got scared, it attached itself to you. So you didn't say nothing is welcome to follow into my home or anything like that. So it had a entry into your house. So then when she's seen it in the living room, she listened to what I told her to do when she's seen it. When she sees it, what to do. And she said, I take authority over Jesus Christ's name. I tie, bind, and rebuke you. When she said that it disappeared from her living room and it was gone out of her house. And she took my words to heed. She fought spiritually against it and sent it away. She said it was going to her living room, into her bedroom. That's what demons do. Let me see if I can wake up the crowd here. It's raining here in Texas. Is everybody awake? Where's all my night owls at? I don't want to keep y'all too much up now. I just want to say thank you all for tuning in. God bless you, your families. Always remember to say I love you to your loved ones. Uh, and continue to do the good works. Show love. Show the love that's within you. Let it radiate out to affect all the people around you. Thank y'all for tuning in. God bless y'all. And y'all have a beautiful, blessed morning and day. Uh, Thank you from here from Spiritual Encrypted Encounters. You all have a blessed evening. Oh, real MMA is not ready to go to sleep. Lechusa identified. Fire on the way. You put a picture of an owl on there. Put a picture of corn on the cob by the lechusa. Lechusa identified. Fire on the way. Bruja, bruja. Fire on the way. We got feathers. Feathers are flying. Target, target. Ceasefire. Put a roach on there, man, and a corn on the cob or a roach. Any pictures of roaches? Yeah, I seen that. They're trying to do the evil works. Roaches from OKC identified. We got Shrek. We got Shrek. What's the girl's name? Fiona and Donkey identified. Fire on the way. Multiple roaches down. Multiple roaches down. Ceasefire. Ceasefire. Fuck it, a little bit more, just to make sure they're dead. Throwing a corn on the cob on there. Oh shoot! Multiple roaches. Multiple roaches. Identified. Fire on the way. Stoppage. Stoppage. Stop. Stoppage. Fire on the way. Ceasefire. Ceasefire. Multiple targets. Kill. We have a lot of confirmed kills. We got 12 confirmed kills down range of multiple roaches from OKC. Oh man, I'm gonna gift them some roach motels or some raid so he can use it around his home. But I hope you all have fun tonight. Last night we were talking about a lot of shows from TV, and we just were talking and talking and talking. Bunch of say hello to my little friend, you cockroaches. You wanna fuck with me? You wanna mess with me? Come on, come on, come on, you cockroaches. I got something for you. You can't kill me. Pacino, crazy man. Hey, we got the lechusas down. We got one confirmed kill on a lechusa and a lot of confirmed kills on a lot of roaches from OKC. Oh no, it's not. It's not broken. Look, But anyways, brothers and sisters, I hope y'all had fun. I like having fun playing with this noisemaker here. Ever since I got this, they haven't showed up. They haven't popped up no more. They're leaving me alone. I guess that's a good thing. But we're still having fun in their expense, I guess. The winds are strong outside. But anyways, good night, y'all. God bless y'all, and you have a beautiful, blessed day. Peace out.